Joining us now, British journalist Josh Boswell. Josh, what does this mean for Brexit?
Well, it could mean one of two things, really. I think it becomes a lot more likely that we're heading towards a no-deal Brexit now, because the front-runner in the Conservative leadership election is Boris Johnson. He's a more hardline Brexiteer, and he has said, you know, deal or no deal, we're going to leave the European Union at the deadline Halloween this year. So you could see the country careening towards a no-deal Brexit. On the other hand, he may find that he is blocked from doing a no-deal Brexit by Parliament, and because, as Jeremy Corbyn was saying there, Labour's going to do everything they can, the opposition party Labour is going to do everything they can to stop a no-deal Brexit, and quite a few of the Conservative Party MPs also do not want that. And so you may find that Parliament blocks it, and Boris Johnson can't get a deal that is acceptable from the EU, can't renegotiate the deal, and so he'll have to go to a general election. Now, what happens then is you've got everything to play for. If Labour got in, then you could see Brexit cancelled. You could see a second referendum. Now, that's a little bit further down the line, but I would say the main change here is that we have a no-deal Brexit sort of becoming more of a likelihood now.
Let's pull back a little bit. You were telling me about Boris Johnson. You feel his hour has come?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he is very much the front runner. The way that the Conservative Party leadership elections work is you have to get voted in from the Conservative Party MPs first, and then you go to the wider Conservative Party membership, about 125,000 people. So if Boris Johnson can get on that ballot of two people who go to the wider party vote, then it is almost certain that he will become Prime Minister, because in the latest poll, he leads with 39% of people, Tory members, Conservative Party members, supporting him. The next runner-up there is Dominic Raab, also a Brexiteer, more hardline Brexiteer than Boris Johnson, in fact, with only 13% of the vote there. So he's far and away the front runner.
And what does the campaign need to look like? What does he need to say to Conservative MPs and to the party's base in order to get the job?
Well, the party's base is overwhelmingly pro-Brexit, and you can see he's already been making those moves to show his Brexiteer credentials. His policy will be, I'm going to go back to the European Union and try and get, or I will get, a better deal than what Theresa May got. Now, it's unclear whether that will actually happen. The EU have said that they're not going to change the deal. But
right. They've said the negotiations are closed, yeah.
That's right, yes. And so, you know, he's going to say that he wants to try and do that. And he's also going to say, if we can't do that, then we're going to leave with no deal. Whatever happens, we're going to leave. And that's been the biggest gripe that everyone has had in the Conservative Party has had with Theresa May, is that she's been unable to pass a deal, and that Brexit has been delayed for almost 3 years now. And so Boris Johnson's key point will be, I'm going to deliver Brexit.
And to go back to what you were saying earlier, he wants a no-deal Brexit, but Parliament is against it. So how does he, I mean, I beg your pardon, he wants Brexit, but Parliament is against a no-deal Brexit. So if push comes to shove and he can't renegotiate with the EU, which the EU says it won't do, and he does go down this path of the no-deal Brexit, how does he force that through Parliament?
Well, the situation as it stands is he doesn't need to force anything through Parliament. The default is that, you know, if there's no other votes that happen, then we are leaving the European Union with no deal on Halloween, October 31st. Because the Article 50 has been triggered, the Brexit process is happening. Unless a deal is voted through Parliament, that's the default situation. Now, what could happen is what happened before with, you know, a couple of months ago with Theresa May's premiership is that some Labour politicians stepped in, managed to get enough support from parliamentarians to say, we don't want a no-deal Brexit, and that makes it very difficult then for the Prime Minister to go forward and do that, because he would be defying Parliament. There was a bit of a margin in the last vote that said, you know, no, we don't want no deal in Parliament, but that arithmetic might change. Boris Johnson may be able to get over that hurdle if indeed a vote like that happens again, because people will be. The arithmetic might change a bit because people prefer Boris Johnson, at least in the Conservative Party, to Theresa May. There may be more supporters there. People might be more confident that he can take the UK into, a new international role without the European Union.
Josh Boswell, thank you very much. We'll speak again.
Thank you.